Well, I'm not sure we'll be able to top that Masters Sunday for quite some time. It felt like every single golf fan collectively held their breath as Rory McIlroy putt on 18 twice. In dramatic playoff fashion, he pulled it off to win the 2025 Masters and earn his very first green jacket. To break it all down here with me today, I'm joined now by Myles Dichter from Basement Golf Newsletter and CBC Sports contributor. Myles, what do we make of that moment?
Thanks for having me on, Britt. That you could see how important that moment was. Just the relief on Rory's face and the gravity of the situation, him falling to the ground, crying his eyes out, just finally winning that long-awaited Masters. I saw a lot of people online, on TV, calling that Sunday round a roller coaster. I think that might have been an understatement. We know how roller coasters end. We had no idea how that Sunday round at the Masters was going to end. Rory has waited such a long time to win this tournament, to wear a green jacket, and he had so many chances to win it, and he had so many chances to blow it, and he basically took every one of all those opportunities, starting with the double bogey on one, another double bogey later in the round. Every time it seemed like he had put it away, some disaster happened, like on 13, he puts the ball in the water, but finally it gets to a playoff. He hits the shot of his life into the green on 18, connects on the birdie putt, and Rory McIlroy is your 2025 Masters champion.
You put it so well. The roller coaster doesn't even do it justice. I thought off of number one, we were like, okay, we'll see the tone that Rory is going to work within, and then double bogey to start it off. We all just collectively held our breath and said, this is going to be a roller coaster ride. Okay, so this makes him the sixth player to complete the Grand Slam. Talk to me a bit about the journey to get here, because we know it didn't come easy for McIlroy.
Yeah, he joined some pretty heady company on that list of six, including most recently Tiger Woods. It did not come easy for McIlroy. It seemed at one point like it might. He won 4 majors before he even turned 25. Only Tiger and Jack Nicklaus had ever done that, and it seemed like a Masters was a foregone conclusion. Back in 2011, he had a 4-shot lead going into Sunday at Augusta. Shot 80 to just blow that one. Still, it seemed like his time might come eventually. I guess it did, but it only took 14 years after that. 11 years since he last won a major. There's been plenty of heartbreak in between. You think back to 2022, the Open Championship at the home of golf, St. Andrews. Can't make a putt in the final round. You think back to last June at Pinehurst against Bryson DeChambeau, who we played with in the final round yesterday. And again, he misses 2 putts late, just heartbreaking. You remember the scene of him in scoring, watching Bryson rip that U.S. Open from him, and he said, he'd go through 100 heartbreaks to finally get that win, and he came pretty close, and he finally did it yesterday.
Yeah, I feel like that moment was just that much sweeter, and there was so much support out there yesterday for Rory. Social media was buzzing. It was electric. Part of my favorite thing once he won was scrolling through my page. So why don't you tell us a few of the things that stood out to you? And I know we'll be able to see on our screen some of the big celebrities that came out in support of Rory.
Felt like the whole world was watching Rory McIlroy finally win that Masters and take every shot, good and bad, with him, feel it with him. Tiger Woods, like I said, one of his contemporaries, one of Rory's heroes growing up, now they're business partners of the TGL. He tweeted out his congratulations to Rory on joining that exclusive club of players to complete the Grand Slam. We got Adam Sandler, everyone's favorite actor, of course, in the works on Happy Gilmore 2, which is apparently coming out this summer. I believe McIlroy is part of that also. He tweeted out his congratulations, and like you said, it was just so much fun being part of that, feeling part of like everybody watching this moment and feeling every missed putt or amazing approach shot together.
Yeah, and here at CBC Sports, we always like to put the Canadian spin on things. So top Canadian finisher, as we know, Corey Connors, tied for 8th. Now, he had a phenomenal round throughout 3 days of competition and then couldn't quite seal the deal on Sunday. What do you make of his 4 rounds at Augusta?
Yeah, Connors did what Connors does. Now 4 top 10s at Augusta. One of golf's best ball strikers. Always so good at hitting his irons. His approach game is elite. And on the first hole yesterday, we saw the downfall when he missed a 1-foot putt, and that just kind of set the tone for a round that wasn't quite what we had hoped, or what Corey had hoped might happen for him. It's a bit of a continuation, you know. If he could make a few more putts, if he could get hotter with that putter, he might really be able to elevate into that next tier of golf. And for a second there, especially, you know, after Saturday, we thought he had a really good chance at, you know, following Mike Weir's footsteps and becoming the second Canadian to wear the green jacket. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out for him on Sunday, but that's not the last we've heard of Connors.
And I think the key takeaway is to see that consistency for him, right? Obviously, Augusta is working well for him, but he just has, it's nice to know that it's there if he's able to pull it off one year and to be able to finish out strong. So definitely encouraging to see as a Canadian, definitely encouraging to see moving forward of what he might be capable of. Speaking of being, you know, on the unfortunate side of things, Justin Rose, talk about an electric final round. I mean, we saw him in the mix for the first 2 days and then unfortunately struggled a little bit on Saturday, but a 66 to finish off on Sunday to keep himself in the mix for that Masters jacket. What do you make of it?
Yeah, Justin Rose is always the bridesmaid at Augusta. He's led after more rounds than anybody who doesn't have a green jacket, which is kind of remarkable. 10 times now, including this year after the first and second round. And on Saturday, you know, he went in with the lead, shoots 75. It's like, okay, here's this 44-year-old. He's going to go away. We don't have to worry about him. And then he comes back and shoots, like you said, that 66 on Sunday. Just an electric back 9 with 1 par on 10. Didn't make a par after that. It was all birdies and bogeys, mostly birdies, and gets into that playoff with his fellow European Ryder Cup team member and played it really well, put pressure on with hitting the fairway, getting it pretty close to the hole on the green, and just got beat by Rory on this day. But Justin Rose, already a major champion. That's just another notch on his belt. He should be proud of the way he played. And here's betting there's more good things to come for Rose.
Yeah, and that birdie putt on 18 to keep him in the mix was so phenomenal. And I think you could see in that moment, everybody just thought, oh my goodness, we're going to have a bit of a game here. And I love the respect between those two. As you mentioned, teammates, they are used to having to kind of work together in projects. And now all of a sudden they're going for their dream. But he had the utmost respect for Rory at the end. And I really like to watch that. And again, more to come there, of course. Hopefully one day that's his moment to have as well. Well, speaking of special moments, it was a family affair at the par 3, and we do want to give a special shout out to Poppy because she was phenomenal. We're going to see this putt that she sank throughout that par 3 in her celebrity shot, and what a moment it was.
Yeah, always a fun day at the par 3 tournament at Augusta. Just family, everyone enjoying themselves, not really feeling the weight of the Masters. And here's Poppy, you know, sinking that putt, and then she doesn't even react. She's cool.
Well, it really shows the speed of the greens, too. I mean, look at how it moves.
Yeah, her dad could have used that touch to make Sunday a little less dramatic.
I was saying that from my couch at home with zero golf experience, but I had those exact words as well. Would have been a nice round 1 on 18 there for Rory. Okay, well, we're going to close it out, Myles. We really appreciate all your insights. It's been fun to break down the Masters. Can't wait already for next year. Canadian golfers, though, are going to make this season exciting. As we know, it's only the beginning of the season, so more to come, of course. But we do want to close on Rory's final thoughts from his presser, where he kind of puts a little bit of a statement out there that what are the rest of us going to do now that he's finally made this one happen? Let's check it out.
Please share with us your thoughts at this moment. I'd like to start this press conference with a question myself. What are we all going to talk about next year?